Whether it's a Marriott, Hilton, Best Western, or Hyatt, chances are you've been to a run-of-the-mill hotel. While most hotels offer a great place to stay, there are some that are the stuff of nightmares. Here are the top 15 most unusual hotels. Number 15. The Treehotel. While there are plenty of cool tree houses out there, few are quite as cool as the Treehotel. Created with the help of 7 Swedish architects, it features 7 unique treehouse hotel rooms that are nothing short of incredible. One of the coolest by far is the Mirror Cube, which is essentially a 4x4 by 4 meter cube with mirrors all around it, which give visitors the illusion that the room is glass from floor to ceiling. The hotel's bird nest is arguably just as cool, as it's a small 180 square foot hotel room that from the outside looks exactly like a massive bird's nest. When you consider that the hotel also has 5 other rooms that are also quite interesting, we think it's fair to say that it would be worth it to stay at this hotel, no matter what room you're assigned to. Number 14. The Sun Cruise Hotel. Few vacations are quite like a cruise. After all, on a cruise ship, you can travel to multiple different destinations in one vacation and can enjoy everything from all-you-can-eat food to massive pools and water slides. However, at the Sun Cruise Hotel, you can enjoy all of these amenities sans the seasickness. Located in Gyeongjong-din on the east coast of South Korea, it sits on the edge of a cliff to give the impression that it's a cruise ship that's run aground. However, beyond the stunning visuals, the hotel itself also is quite extraordinary, as it features 6 restaurants, a rotating bar, a netted golf range, a volleyball court, a fitness club, and a swimming pool. Interestingly, it also tries to recreate the feeling of being at sea through some audio visuals, with the most interesting being the continuous sound of crashing waves played on speakers throughout the hotel. Therefore, while going on the Sun Cruise may be a trip to nowhere, it still gives real cruises a run for their money. Number 13. The Finloch Resort. While there are some people out there who seem to live in a bubble, you can truly put yourself into one at the Finloch Resort, located in Northern Ireland. This resort stands apart due to it being home to several bubble domes. These are essentially bubble-shaped containers with 180-degree transparent walls, and according to their website, they are adult-only accommodations. Generally speaking, they're spaced out in secluded parts of the woods, and as such they make for the perfect romantic getaway, as they include everything you'll need such as a king-size bed, bathroom, bathrobes, and free breakfast. If the regular bubble doesn't suit your tastes, you can also opt to upsize to the luxury bubble, which is much larger and includes a complimentary minibar. Therefore, if you want to experience a living experience like no other, then you may want to check out the Finloch Resort. Number 12. The Fantasyland Hotel. Generally speaking, most hotels you'll go to have a pretty standard layout that includes a bed, bathroom, TV, and at times a balcony. However, at West Edmonton Mall's Fantasyland Hotel, you can stay in a room that will satisfy the wildest of imaginations. That's because rather than keep things consistent, the Fantasyland Hotel boasts a total of 120 rooms that have every theme imaginable. These themes include historical renditions such as Roman, Imperial, and Victorian coach, geographic-themed ones such as Polynesian, Modern Polynesian, and African, and a few more rather unique ones such as Space, Truck, and Modern Igloo. These rooms all have designs and features that truly make you feel like you're in the room's set ambience, and if you have a bit more cash to spare, you can even upgrade to the luxury versions that are available for most rooms. So, we think it's fair to say that few hotels are quite as varied as Fantasyland. Number 11. The 727 Fuselage Home. While most travelers aren't too fond of being stuck on an airplane, guests at the 727 Fuselage Home can stay on one for their entire vacation. Located at the Costa Verde Resort in Costa Rica, it shuttled visitors as part of its use by both South Africa Air and Colombia's Avianca Airlines in its former life. However, after it was decommissioned at Costa Rica's San Juan Airport, the hotel took the vintage 1965 Boeing 727 airframe and refurbished it, and now it sits as a luxury ocean view suite. Best of all, this Boeing 727 isn't even the only aircraft at the hotel that's been given a second life, as a decommissioned C-123 Fairchild cargo plane was also used to make one of the hotel's bars. As a result, staying at this hotel would certainly be a high-flying experience. Number 10. The Faralda Crane Hotel. If you're afraid of heights, then we do not suggest booking a room at the Faralda Crane Hotel, as it rests atop a real-life crane. Located in Amsterdam, the hotel was made from a remodeled industrial crane, and after work began in 2011, the project finally came to a close in 2018. The end result is a hotel that has 3 unique rooms: the Free Spirit, which is light, bright, and airy; the Secret, which sports sharp gold and black accents; and the Mystique, which is Arabian Nights themed. The Feralda also stands apart for being an adults-only hotel, and it generally caters to couples, visiting DJs and celebrities who have to pay over $1,000 per night to stay in a room. However, the room compensates for the cost due to its several luxury amenities. Wine, champagne, and a rooftop jacuzzi come complimentary, but add-ons such as a helicopter tour of the city, a VIP limo pickup from the airport, and the delivery of a meal from a 2-star Michelin restaurant can be arranged. To top this off, its location in an artsy neighborhood within Amsterdam Noord is incredible, and its rooms provide beautiful 360-degree views of the city. We think it's fair to say that this strange hotel can even meet the highest of standards. Number 9. Kayakapi Premium Caves. Although Istanbul and Ankara are typically seen as Turkey's tourist hubs, a trip to the eastern region of Cappadocia can be just as incredible. That's because the Cappadocia region is known for its famous fairy chimneys. These are an array of natural pillars pockmarked with caves that were caused as a result of volcanic activity millions of years ago. Now, locals have lived in these caves since the times of the Roman Empire, and while some still live there today, many of the old cave communities have been abandoned. However, at Kayakapi Premium Caves, you can keep the old tradition of cave dwelling alive by booking a stay. Now, what makes this hotel cool is that it's part of the Gorim National Park and Cappadocia Rocky areas, meaning that it's located on a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Yet while the caves of old may not have been super modern, this restored cave community is a little different. That's because its 43 rooms all have access to an outdoor pool, a spa, air conditioning, and Wi-Fi. Therefore, while living in a cave may seem a little strange, few are more comfortable than those at Kayakapi. We are constantly adding more people to the Top 5's production team to bring you all the best content. Be sure to subscribe with notifications on and hit the like button. Number 8. Utter Inn. Living on the water is the dream of many, but if you go to Utter Inn, you can have a room that's actually on a body of water. Located in Västerås, Sweden, Utter Inn is a small one-room hotel that sits on Lake Mälaren. Now, the hotel itself is a simple Swedish house with red paint and white gables, and at night you can spend your time sleeping in an aquarium that's 3 meters underwater and provides panoramic views of the entire lake. Now, if you'd like to stay here, you must first arrive at the port of Västerås, and from there embark on a 1-kilometer journey across the lake to the hotel. This journey is completed on your own using an inflatable boat, and once you reach the Utter Inn, you can settle in and order food directly to the hotel at mealtimes. While staying at the hotel, you'll have the opportunity to use your inflatable canoe to go on excursions to nearby uninhabited islands. And if you'd rather stick to the inn, you can even sunbathe upstairs or watch the fish while sitting underwater. We think it's fair to say that a stay at this quaint hotel would be awesome. Number 7. The Dog Bark Park Inn. Most people have heard of the Trojan horse of old, and at the Dog Bark Park Inn, you can stay at what is essentially a modern-day dog-shaped rendition. Located in the American state of Idaho, it was created by a couple by the name of Dennis Sullivan and Frances Conklin about 30 years ago, and it's been running ever since. The hotel consists of 2 massive beagle structures, with Toby, which is the largest, coming in at an impressive 3.7 meters tall. The hotel reportedly harkens from the early days of automobile vacation travel, when travelers would often buy gas, eat meals, or stay overnight in buildings that looked artistic and unconventional. If you choose to go inside the hotel, you'll notice right away that it's filled with dog-themed trimmings, furniture, and finishes, and even has a well-stocked souvenir shop filled with dog-themed things. So, if you happen to be driving through rural Idaho and want somewhere comfortable and unique to stay at, then the Dog Bark Park Inn may be the place for you. Just make sure that you don't bring any cats. Number 6. The Muraka. If you're looking to sleep with the fishes but don't want to deal with a mafia hitman, then the Muraka is for you. Located in the Maldives, it became one of the world's first underwater hotels after it opened in November of 2018. Connected to a long jetty to the Hilton's Conrad Maldives Rangali Island Resort, it has every luxury necessary to have a vacation fit for a celebrity. The Muraka experience begins at the airport, where you'll be escorted to the Muraka via either a private seaplane or sea boat. From there, you can enjoy a private floating room that has an outdoor deck, infinity pool, a tub facing the ocean, a gym, a 24-hour butler, a private chef, a security detail, and an on-call fitness trainer, with access to spa treatments and private jet skis. Yet what really makes the Muraka stand apart is not all of these luxurious features, but the fact that it has an underwater bedroom. Located about 5 meters underwater, it's a 180-degree curved acrylic dome surrounded by floor-to-ceiling acrylic windows that gives you a clear view of the fish outside. To top this off, guests can choose to go on a number of excursions, with these including everything from snorkeling and diving trips to adventures to nearby atolls. Yet while the Muraka may sound like it's a dream vacation, chances are that you don't have the money to afford it. That's because at a price of about $50,000 for just one night, it's one of the world's most elite hotel rooms, and thus is far out of reach for most tourists. Number 5. Giraffe Manor. Generally speaking, hotel guests don't want to see any animals come into their room. And while pests such as bats, birds, cockroaches, and mice are the scourge of any hotel, at Giraffe Manor you can get special visits from a much more majestic species. Located in a forest area close to Nairobi, Kenya, the manor was first built in 1932 to house Sir David Duncan and his family, and after a rather turbulent ownership history, it finally fell into the hands of current owners Jacques and Betty Leslie Melville in 1974. And in 1983, they officially began running the property as a hotel. Sitting on 12 acres of private land, this boutique 12-room hotel is quite elegant, as it features a stately facade, gorgeous interior, and bright gardens and terraces. However, what really puts this manor on the map is the fact that giraffes have become accustomed to grabbing a snack through the windows. During both the early morning and mid-afternoon, herds of giraffes pass by the manor, and if you happen to have a pail of grass pellets on hand, they'll poke their long necks through the windows and have a bite. It's popular for guests to have breakfast with the animals, sipping on tea and biscuits as a giraffe chomps down on some grass. Yet you should be warned that staying here is quite expensive, as rooms at the Giraffe Manor start at $1,100 US per night. And as such, it's been frequented by celebrities such as Richard Branson, Ellen DeGeneres, and Ely Goulding. However, if you have the means to fork over the cash, you'll be able to get up close and personal with one of the most incredible species on the planet. Number 4. The Ottawa Jail Hostel. If you're looking for the exact opposite of luxury, then look no further than the Ottawa Jail Hostel. This hostel stands apart because it was initially a jail. By most accounts, it was one of the most brutal in Canadian history. First opened in 1862 next to the city's courthouse, it was Ottawa's main jail for decades and was the site of 3 official executions. However, the jail's indirect death toll is thought to be far worse, as it was here that up to 150 prisoners at a time were forced to huddle into 60 insanely small 1 by 3 meter long cells, 30 slightly larger 2 by 3 meter long cells, and 6 tiny solitary confinement units. Due to these terrible conditions, the jail was closed in 1972. Yet despite this, Hosteling International opted to purchase the property and convert its cramped quarters into a hostel. As a result, for about $37 you can stay in one of these tiny cells, making it a great budget option for those passing through a city. And while this still may seem like a steep price given the conditions, nowadays there are a few more amenities to make the prison life a little less daunting, with these often including free Wi-Fi, free breakfast, and large fully equipped kitchens. To top this off, if you're a little squeamish about the idea of spending a night in a cell, there are also some more comfortable shared and private rooms that look a little more modern. However, do be warned that if you decide to spend the night there, you may not be alone, as there are reportedly several ghosts that haunt the property. Regardless, if you're looking for a vacation experience that blurs the line between a prison stint and a hotel getaway, then the Ottawa Jail Hostel is for you. Number 3. The Free Spirit Spheres. While many of us may have had a treehouse growing up, chances are it didn't even come close to the Free Spirit Spheres. Located on Vancouver Island near the city of Vancouver, Canada, they function as both comfortable living spaces and works of art, and Free Spirit Spheres stand apart for reportedly being the first and only manufacturer of spherical treehouses in the world. Now, the decision to make the hotel rooms into spheres is based on the philosophy of biomimicry, which attempts to create things that mimic what is seen in nature. As such, the spherical shape of the balls is modeled after a nut, and the idea is that the design is very durable against external pressures. Now, the suspended sphere is tethered by 3 nearly vertical ropes to strong points on 3 separate trees. This distributes the load evenly over the 3 trees and results in a stable hang, thus ensuring that your sphere doesn't sway during your stay. In terms of variety, visitors can even choose between 3 different spheres, which are named the Melody, Erin, and Luna. The Melody was the first sphere made of the 3, and it was crafted with yellow fiberglass exterior and a black walnut interior. Measures in at 3.2 meters in diameter and sports 5 windows, a small sink, a Murphy bed, a kettle, a thermostat, and a set of speakers. The Erin is the second of the 2 and is quite similar to the Melody, except for that it's made of Sitka pine, can sleep a third person, and has a fridge. The third and most luxurious sphere is the Luna, which has the best design elements of the 3 and is the newest of them all. In any case, a night at any of these 3 spheres will set you back about $350, but given how cool they are, well, we'd say it's worth it. Number 2. Capsule Hotels. Typically, when you check into a hotel, you'd expect to walk into a room with a closet, comfy bed, warm shower, and if you paid a little extra, perhaps even a balcony. However, in Japan there exists a more minimalist option for those that are looking to save a quick buck and have fun while doing it. Known as capsule hotels, these are dormitory-like rooms with futuristic pods that are stacked atop one another in order to fit as many people as possible. Each pod only has enough room to accommodate someone who is either lying down or sitting up, and they are typically poorly furnished. In fact, if you stay at one of these hotels, you can expect little more than a light, an air conditioner, an alarm clock inside your capsule. And if you're lucky, perhaps a TV, a power outlet, and radio. These hotels first gained popularity as a cheap place to stay while in a foreign city, and thus they were often frequented by working-class men looking for a good night's sleep. However, as time passed, foreigners began to flock to these hotels, thus raising the prices of them to the point that most are just as, if not more expensive than their hostel and hotel counterparts. And while these increased prices may seem a little bit of a ripoff, most capsule hotels now offer other amenities outside of your pod, with these including anything from basics such as bathrooms and vending machines to more luxurious offerings such as baths, saunas, massage parlors, arcades, restaurants, and of all things, a manga library. As a result, we suggest staying at one of these incredible hotels if you're looking for a one-of-a-kind Japanese experience. Number 1. Kokslautinen Arctic Resort. While most prefer to spend their vacations at a hot, tropical destination, at Kokslautinen, you can enjoy the luxuries of a resort getaway in your very own igloo. Located in Saraselka, Finland, it's open year-round, although is most well known for its winter getaways. Visitors can choose between several different lodging options, although the glass and Kilu glass igloos are the most popular. The glass igloo is essentially an igloo-shaped glass container and comes in 2- and 4-person configurations that include features such as showers, toilets, and beds. The Kilu glass igloos take things a step further by being exceptionally modern. They include a private kitchenette, fireplace, bedroom, and sauna. If you go with the luxury Kilu glass edition, you can upsize to a massive igloo complex that's almost 6 times as large, as it offers far more rooms and can comfortably sleep up to 12 guests. Yet no matter what igloo you choose to stay at, there are several cool activities you can choose to do while there. There are several that are relatively mainstream, such as cross-country skiing, downhill skiing, and ice fishing, although you can choose to go on a more outlandish adventure via an ice-breaking boat, reindeer sleigh, or ice tank. If none of these suit your tastes, then it would still be worth it to go if you visit around the equinoxes in March and September, as it's during these time periods that you can sit back in your igloo and watch the northern lights. So we think it's fair to say that a trip to this igloo resort is nothing short of incredible. Watch our binge-watching playlist if you'd like to watch all of our most popular top 15 videos. Grab a drink, grab a snack, and get ready to binge.